Hi everyone, it's Ashley Srokosz, doTERRA Diamond Leader, Holistic Business Coach, which means business coach for holistic health practitioners like nutritionists, health coaches, naturopaths, chiropractors, and yoga teachers, and essential oil educator. And I'm here today sharing after my epic success last week, but I'm sharing with you 10 tips for holding an in-person retreat. Last week, I did not get a blog post to you or a video blog post because I was busy holding a retreat for my high-level leader business partners on my doTERRA team. So I attempted to bring 6 women together. 4 got there, but I was asking them to travel from really far away. And so I brought them to my hometown. I put them up at our local boutique hotel, and we had the most amazing day and a half together. So I'm here to share my tips from this, from organizing my first retreat. I've been wanting to do something like this for over 2 years. And I finally just said, I'm doing it. I'm doing it in a way that feels really good to me. And so I'm going to share what I learned about this. But before I forget, I've created a special checklist for holding your own in-person retreat, whether it's for your business team or for your customers. Or I also am giving you a link to a Trello board that you can just click and duplicate, copy just like a Google document, if you're as obsessed as I am with Trello, because it's amazing. But you can download this retreat checklist for free, so just click on the link below to get it. So while I'm an introvert, while I don't love big, large-scale events, I love connecting with people in a more intimate environment. So why would you even want to hold an in-person retreat? Again, whether it's for some customers or clients of yours, let's say you're a nutritionist and you want to hold a weight loss retreat or a stress-free retreat, or you just want to hold, you're just being called to hold an in-person retreat for your customers or clients. Or if you're like me and you have a network marketing team and there's several people that are helping you build this business, then you might want to bring them together for more of a business retreat. Even if you don't have a network marketing team, let's say you have a team of people who help you, like assistants or copywriters or whatever. Wouldn't it be lovely to bring them together to envision the next 6 months or year of your business so that everyone is on the same page together? That is why you hold an in-person retreat. Because there's nothing better than true connection. People are absolutely craving connection and a community right now, more than ever. There is, we have this huge online world, and it's not hard to feel or know people in lots of different areas of the world. But if you're a leader in any way, many people, they just want a piece of you. And this can be the best way, an in-person retreat, of giving you or giving them an intimate environment where it's not just online, it's not a large-scale presentation, especially if you're facilitating an emotional reaction or an emotional change in someone. Some people aren't comfortable sharing that in front of 100 or 200 or 1,000 other people. They want a really intimate, small-scale, in-person connection point with you. That's why you might want to consider holding an in-person retreat. So what are my top 10 tips? The very first one is set your intentions. This is by far the most important part of the entire process. It is at the beginning where you pick and create a vision of how you want your participants to feel during and after your retreat is done. You cannot skip this step. This is why something like this, how do you want people to feel, is the first exercise in my branding course, because it's really important to know where you're going and what you want the result to be so that you can then engineer all the steps that need to take place for that to happen. So you want to create a vision. Maybe you want to choose 3 to 5 words of what you want people to feel. I really had a vision of helping my leaders to feel loved, to feel taken care of, to feel almost like this retreat was a respite for them. I have a lot of really high achieving women that work with me in my business. They do a lot of stuff. They have a lot of stuff going on. I just wanted them to feel like they had a safe place to come and rest for even a day and a half. And funny enough, the essential oil blend that I had going, it was called Deep Renewal. So you can, this vibe will maybe bring in ideas for an essential oil blend that is going to be the signature for the retreat, maybe a retreat playlist that you can share with them that will help set that memory and that feeling in their minds. It's kind of like that trained meditation is if you always meditate, we talked about this in our retreat, if you always meditate or do certain techniques when you're stressed, when you start doing that technique, your mind will remember to feel stressed. But if you do things when you want to feel calm and relaxed, whenever you experience that specific thing, so like a playlist, a song, we know how a song can transport us back to a specific memory, or an essential oil blend, I wanted to anchor that in the memory of my leaders. So that's what I did, is I picked a specific essential oil blend. The second thing you want to think about is the location. Personally, I thought of doing my retreat. I always had a place in mind. There's a specific boutique hotel locally where my husband and I had our wedding reception. We've stayed there several times. We eat there often. I love it. It's such a unique vibe. It is one of the top 10 boutique hotels in Ontario. It is this amazing place. And I wanted my girls, if they were going to spend the money and the time to travel to me, because I asked them all to come to me. I said, once you get here, everything else is on me. The suite is covered, your food is covered, everything is covered. You just need to get yourself here. So I really wanted to make it worth it for them to have gone through all of that. I had some people coming in from out of province. I wanted to make it really special. So the location, if you have the option of having an all-in-one location where they can offer the food, the lodgings, the experience, maybe there's some different opportunities for maybe a spa or doing, a place where you can have space to do yoga. If you have that opportunity to have that all in one place, I would definitely take advantage of that. So there are lots of places where you can go to do like a long distance, like out of country retreat. Places like Costa Rica and Bali are very, very popular for doing in-person retreats like this. But you can also just do it in your hometown. So pick a place that is going to, for you, be the least stressful for you to organize all this stuff. You also might want to think about arrangement of transportation to and from your venue to hubs like the train station, the airport, if possible, or even the closest subway stop. The less your participants have to think about all those logistics, the less stress they'll be and the more transformative your retreat will be. So think about that when you're choosing a location, is ideally a place that has more than just the lodging there, but maybe has access to those different things like food and places to do yoga and restorative events like that. And also the transportation to and from the location. Think about that. Number 3, upon arrival. So I provided my participants, my girls, with a gift. I had this vision of them showing up in their room, because I gave them kind of a window of time that they could check in themselves. And I had a vision of them opening the hotel room door, and either on the bed or on the table close to the entrance, there's a little gift to them as a energetic signifier for me to them that this was going to be a really special event. And that's what I did. So it's funny because about 6 months ago, I purchased, this is what I gave my girls. I gave them a bottle of Manuka essential oil, which is from New Zealand and Australia market for doTERRA. You can't purchase it in North America. I purchased this back in November for my retreat in April because I just had a feeling I wanted to give my girls something really special that they might not have had the opportunity to purchase themselves. I also gave them, this is beautiful, a postcard deck from LaraCasey.com. Lara Casey is the maker of Making Things Happen. She holds large-scale conferences around the US, but she has these beautiful postcards. So they're on the back. There's a space where you can write a little message and leave a stamp, but they're just the most colorful, beautiful, like I just wanted to tell you, that I think you're amazing. So I wanted my leaders, like I'm planning on getting a few of these framed and having them in my office. And I thought they could either frame them themselves, they could give them to their leaders, they can spread the love around that way. So just these little tokens. It does not have to be expensive. It could even be something, I included a handwritten note to each of my girls expressing my gratitude to them of how I love having them on my team and I love the energy that they bring. And I'm so happy that they took the time and energy to travel for this retreat. So a handwritten note is free, goes a long way. And you can share things like a playlist that's free for you to make on something like Spotify and share the link with them. And it would set the tone for the day that doesn't have to cost a lot to do that. And interestingly enough, my intention for my retreat, like I said, was deep rest, a respite, a relaxation. I wanted them to feel loved and taken care of. And Manuka, you know, it's funny, there's an emotional attachment to every oil, every essential oil. And Manuka is the oil of being upheld. I have this on the Emotions and Essential Oils book on my phone, on my Kindle app on my phone. So I can access it at any time, but you can look up the emotional significance of each oil. So Manuka is a powerful plant given as a gift to the earth to heal and bless humanity. If any of you have used Manuka honey, super high healing, antioxidant healing properties. The essential oil is no different. There's a specific one. Manuka offers powerful healing energy to bind up wounds, soothe troubled hearts, and nurture souls back into a state of centeredness. It carries a unique energy signature that raises the vibration of those who are blessed to come into contact with it. It offers energetic safety and shielding from the intense problems all around that individuals feel powerless to change. Manuka encourages tapping into an infinite universe of creativity and love. It invites all to access higher realms of learning, growing, serving, loving, and existing. It was literally the perfect oil. So my Deep Renewal blend that I diffused was 2 drops of Manuka, 3 drops of Litsea, which is another one of those oils only available in the Australia and New Zealand market from doTERRA, but is the oil of manifestation, and 3 drops of frankincense, which is the oil of truth. That's what I diffused in the room that we were in the entire time. I wanted my girls to feel that way. So that's upon arrival, provide a little gift. And the day of, so number 4, the day of, I am notoriously a doer. I pack my schedule of things to get done, and I very intentionally, when I was thinking about what I wanted to cover during this retreat as the facilitator, I purposely left the schedule very open, which was not comfortable for me to do. So take whatever you think you can get done in whatever time you have and literally cut 50% of the things from the list. You need to create an environment where people have the space to transform. And that doesn't happen when people are doing a million different activities. So when you're creating your schedule, whatever that looks like with you, whether that might include yoga, cooking classes, spa treatments, discussions, group discussions, paired discussions, always make sure to leave room for the magic to happen. You have to leave room for those really important discussions and have people feel relaxed so that they can be open enough to have those discussions. So that's tip 4 is don't overschedule. I'm going to say pick one main focus for either the morning and one for the afternoon, and recommend that you finish by 4 p.m., 3:30 to 4 p.m. so that there's quiet time for people to relax, renew before dinner time. They'll be tired. Your participants will be tired from all the mental work and they need a chance to rest. Tip number 5 is your meals. You want to keep it light. So I was typing notes for this. I put, when people are digesting heavy food, they can't digest heavy thoughts and feelings. So keep it light, keep it healthy. You guys, if you're watching this, more than likely are health practitioners. This would be things you're into anyways, but I just wanted to remind you. So keeping snacks there, healthy snacks, coffee, tea, kombucha. There's nothing worse than low blood sugar when you're trying to facilitate a transformation. It just doesn't work. And maybe be aware of different diets. So I have a couple of girls on my team that are kind of more into the paleo, keto, high fat movement with protein. I didn't have any vegans there, but personally, I have some, diet limitations. I'm gluten-free, egg-free, and mostly dairy-free. And when I go to large events, it's hard for me to feel loved with the food. And that's one of my love languages is I love spoiling people with food and feeling like I can be part of that community. So if you, maybe before you have your invitation go out to everyone, or after they've purchased a spot, maybe you might want to send a questionnaire just seeing what their dietary requirements are, because nothing makes me feel more loved and included than even being able to have one snack at an event. That can totally make the difference for me. So I was very aware of that and wanting my girls to feel included when they came to the retreat. Tip number 6, keep it light. Don't try to make anything too formal. You need people to be in a space where they can open up. So sit on the floor. Tell them to wear super comfy clothes like yoga pants. There's no need to dress up. Bring yoga mats, whatever will help them feel most at ease so that the magic can happen. Keep it really light. Don't worry about how formal or how professional you might look, because a lot of this work will be very emotional and people need that space and time for that to happen. Tip number 7, hire a photographer or a videographer if you have the funds to do that. Use this retreat as a marketing tool. hiring someone to take photos and they can capture the magic, and you don't need to worry about capturing these photos for social media. Having someone just take very casual pictures. I had a photographer come in. He's a newly started photographer, so I was able to get him for quite affordable, even though he was there with us for half the day, because I just wanted him I wanted him to almost be like a silent ghost going around and taking pictures of us when we were having our our moments of connectivity and magic happening. But I couldn't do that if I'm in the moment facilitating it. So having someone else there to capture that is amazing. A videographer, hands down the best for this sort of storytelling, but videographers can be expensive. I'm lucky enough that my husband's a professional videographer, so he's creating videos for each one of my girls for them to market their doTERRA business. That's something I can offer my girls, and he interviewed them individually. He'll put together a 30-second to 1-minute video for each of them. But a minimum a photographer, even if it's a family friend or someone who's just specifically there for taking pictures, even if it's on your iPhone, you want to capture these memories for either your sales page, putting together for a video in the future when you hold another retreat. So that's my one tip is, someone starting out can have major skills and they're more affordable because they haven't been in business for as long. So maybe ask your friends and family for referrals. Tip number 8 is plan some body movement. Sometimes you just get stuck in a rut. Maybe there's not ideas flowing, or maybe the room just feels a little bit off. That's your opportunity to get everyone up, move your body, whether it's put on a fun playlist and have a little short dance party, have someone teach a short yoga flow, maybe go for a walk outside if the weather is good. There's a reason why Steve Jobs had all of his meetings as walking meetings. Getting that blood flowing to the brain, getting the stiffness out. The mind cannot have a transformation when it feels stiff and when the body is stiff. We need to feel in the flow in order for that magic to flow and for it to happen as well. So tip number 8, plan some body movement. Tip number 9. So this is kind of for true luxury. I debated having this with my girls. I just knew we wouldn't have the time. It was one of the things that got nixed from the schedule. But if you're going for a super high-end luxury retreat and have the extra time, why not bring in a massage therapist who will travel to you, a manicurist, a makeup artist if you are having a videographer, just to do some touch-ups on everyone. Some of those little things that maybe people don't treat themselves to all the time, but that it would totally spoil your participants. How memorable would that be for them? So that's tip number 9. Now, last tip number 10. And this is very specific advice from my retreat, but sending out reminders of what your participants need to bring. I had a few girls who were in hotel rooms, the most beautiful hotel rooms, and it was just happened to be super windy that night, and they had a large flagpole outside of their windows. And with how windy it was, the flag got wrapped around the pole and was clinking, that metal clinking sound, all night. And one of my girls actually only slept about 2 hours before our major day of all this brainstorming and everything. And I just felt so badly for her, because there's nothing worse than knowing that you have created the space and time for this to happen, and it might get ruined by something like 2 hours of sleep for something that we couldn't control. So maybe reminding them to bring whatever they need to control as many parts of their environment as possible. So whether they need to bring a sound machine or download a sound app, there's lots of free apps they can download on their phone or their iPad, like white noise apps. Inviting them to bring their own diffusers and have them going in the room. Epsom salts maybe for a bath. If their rooms are going to have a bathtub, remind them to bring some Epsom salts so that they can have a bath that night before or the night after you have all your discussions. Can help to physically detox, but hopefully help them to mentally move through some of the stuff that they're working through. Or that would make another great gift is if there are bathtubs in each room, to provide a little mason jar of Epsom salts with certain essential oils in it to help them really soothe themselves. But it goes a long way. You're not going to be able to control everything, but I felt badly that some of them didn't sleep well. A lot of us that came to the retreat were mothers. I was really wanting to gift them a night away of not having to worry about their kids and to get a full night's sleep. And then a few of them didn't get a full night's sleep. So totally out of my control, but something that I would maybe bring up to participants as an email, maybe a week before, is, hey, here's a few things that you might want to bring. And also things like thermoses for coffee or tea to keep it hot throughout the day. But that's kind of my top 10 tips. That's what I learned after 2 years of envisioning and knowing that I wanted to hold a retreat and finally doing it. It was everything that I wanted it to be. The feedback was amazing. this could almost be bonus tip number 11. Send out a feedback questionnaire after. I have another blog post on my website with pre-done questionnaires for you that would also create amazing testimonials for a sales page. So tip number 11, bonus tip number 11, you guys. So I hope that you enjoyed these high-end or not even high-end, just in-person retreats. Nothing can replace them. They are amazing, but they're definitely they're going to be more successful if you're intentional and have some organization going on before the scenes, so that it's kind of like planning a wedding. You know, you're the bride, you're supposed to be organizing it, but you're also supposed to be enjoying the day of. So the more you can plan before and be prepared, the smoother the day of is going to go, and the better that you can be a facilitator of this amazing transformation in all of your participants. So I hope you enjoyed this this video blog post. Make sure to go to the link below to get your free retreat checklist and or Trello board that you can duplicate. It will be in the PDF. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I'll see you guys in the next video.